Okay, we're out here. It's 19 degrees and snowing. We're gonna make some barbecue here today. We're making chuck steak. And the first thing we need, and we have, of course, is the beard, the clear lenses, and the beanie, preferably Carhartt. Mine isn't, but I think you guys got the memo on that. And yeah, so we're gonna get some fire started out here in the cold. So we have a large bed of coals, unlit coals here, that we're gonna pour the chimney onto once it's nice and hot. There are more in here than the last one I did because this is going to be a little bit longer of a smoke. About 5-6 hours probably. In the summer, this would all burn like probably too hot, but since it's cold outside, this is probably going to be perfect. All right, so when I start the fire, I like to use the biggest pieces of these hunks that I can because I want them to become coals and burn for a really long time, as opposed to smaller pieces where are just going to kind of catch fire, give me like temperature and smoke, but then like kind of go away. All right, so we got chuck here. I seasoned it and let it sit like this overnight. It's gonna pick up like more smoke that way. It forms like a little outside layer called a pellicle, which happens on fish a lot too when they smoke fish. It's like really tough like a brisket. Generally, they cook for a long time, which is why it's perfect for smoking. I have never done it before, but I don't have 12 hours for brisket. Supposedly this takes like half the time. It's been about 2 hours. We're gonna look now. We haven't peeked, but we're gonna look and probably spray it just a little. It's just some water. Just keep it from like burning on the very edges. So the roast has been on for about 30 minutes. Brought out the beer since it's past noon. Normally you wouldn't drink this early in the process, but normally the process is about 10 to 12 hours, right? This is only about 5 to 6, so I think I can afford to crack my first beer. Two-hearted, of course, you know. Not too fancy because, you know, building fires isn't kind of like a cloudy IPA thing. It's more just like your straight IPA thing. It's the whole thing. It's all of it. All of it works in tandem. All right, we're registering at like 156. The fat is like rendering out. And the color is almost there. I'll probably leave it on for like 30 more minutes to get a little bit more work on there. Get some wood going. And then she's going to get wrapped. So we're wrapping this bad boy in foil now. He's got the color we want, but we're not up to the tenderness temp we want yet. So it's got to go for another hour or two yet. And you got to wrap it tightly in the foil. And just like magic. Ooh. Ah, beautiful. Now you can put it in the oven. Or like a true champion, you put it back on the smoker. And today I'm being a true champion. It has been pulled. Now it must rest. You must rest. Sleep tight for at least an hour. At least more. This one is freaking out because now the whole house smells like beef, right? The tester. You're the tester. Okay, we've sliced into this guy now. Oh my gosh. Like, look at that. Right? For a chuck roast, it's pretty good. It's not brisket, of course. This is such a cheap piece of meat too. Oh my God, it's amazing. You gotta give it to Rick. Right? What do you think? Oh yeah, the tail wag. Oh, and a sit. He likes it. Verdict. Okay, I'll get more. Okay, this is amazing. Sandwiches. I'm gonna like thinly slice this for sandwiches in the coming days, but for now we're gonna eat it like steak. You know, it may have some like potatoes and stuff, but all right, that was today.